Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Susie, and here we are talking about all about aliens and ETs. Let's see who's here in the chat. Hey, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Susie. Hey, Incar. Hey, Tina. Hey, Dream Journey One. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see who else is here. I'm going to scroll down. Hey, Tina. I hadn't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Hey, Mandy May. Thanks for joining us today. I want to talk a little bit about, I went on the Jeff Mara show. It was recorded on Saturday, and it'll be showing sometime this week, maybe tonight, tomorrow. I'm not sure which day it'll be. He'll let me know. But it was great. He has a big following, and he does a lot of NDE experiences or near-death experiences. He does a lot of that, and he's really a nice guy. And so I went on, and there's a lot of things he brought up with me that I haven't talked about in a long time. And of course, he hasn't been on the same journey as y'all have with me. Hey, Vivian. Hey, Carolyn. So one of the things that kept coming up over and over and over again was fear. So I want to talk about that a little bit today. Fear. We all seem to go there. We all seem to go to the fear of everything instead of being present in today. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we fear it all the time. When we use fear as our first response, that brings our vibration down. That brings us to 3D. That keeps us in 3D. On March 22nd, it was a very turning point for Earth. And the turning point was the fact that we are going into 5D. We're heading up. We're ascending. We have passed that threshold. We are not going to go back to 3D. We're heading up. But everybody seems to be focusing on the things that are going to happen. That are going to happen in 2040, going to happen in 2060, or sometime between. We're going to have polar changes. We're going to have water coming in. We're going to be losing states. We're going to be divided. All these things that we are fearing and we're not enjoying today. Celebrate that we are ascending. Hey, Nancy Jean, celebrate that we're ascending, that we crossed that threshold. That's something to celebrate. We don't know what our future is going to be. There's going to be a lot of changes. We've been going through a lot of changes. We're human. We are survivors. So that's what I want to talk about. And when I was on Jeff Mara's show, he was talking about those changes. And that was when my guides came in and told me about March 22nd, that that's when we did cross the threshold, that we had enough people that had increased their vibration that we would not be going backwards. We would be going forward. So it's a day to celebrate. March 22nd is a day to celebrate. Every day is a day to celebrate. Try to walk away from that fear because it's going to throw you right back into the 3D. Try to look forward. Try to think positive, and don't dwell on what might happen. It might be there back in your mind, and you might be prepared for it, but don't let that fear take over. Another thing that went over about the fear was it was probably at least a year ago or over a year ago when I met my first ET, human ETs, at a dog park that I was in when I was in South Carolina still. And at that time, when I said I was ready to meet an ET, I said, do not scare me. Now, when I asked them not to scare me, I was scared that something was going to jump out behind a tree and be a boogeyman, jumping at me, looking weird and be a boogeyman. So I asked them to send me something that wouldn't scare me. So they did. When I was at the dog park, a brother and sister showed up at the dog park. They didn't have a dog. They didn't have a car. They just walked up. They were extremely odd. And when they came in, first thing they did is they didn't close the gate to the dog park. And in my mind, I went, gosh, I need to go back and close that gate. The dogs wouldn't get out. And I was the only one down there this time. And so immediately the girl went back and closed the gate. And I thought, wow, that was unusual. And then the next thing was she sat right next to me, which is odd. We humans don't usually sit right next to each other. We usually sit away. And that's what I thought in my mind was, wow, she's sitting close to me. Well, she immediately jumped up and moved to the picnic table that was near me. And so that was really odd too. And then my dog, Jezebel, which I've heard me talk about, she started playing ball with her. Jezebel doesn't chase a ball, but she was for this girl. She went after that ball and came back, and I was worried about her because I thought, oh, my poor dog's going to have a heart attack. She's never worked that hard. But anyway, so that was different. And then when I was sitting there, the brother started talking to me, and the conversation was fine in the beginning, but it went off the tracks about coats. It was spring. It was beautiful. And they were talking about coats. And I'm thinking, wow, these kids are on the spectrum for sure. These are odd. And they were talking about coats. And I thought at that time, I'm going, I need to get out of here. I don't know who these two are. Well, I did not recognize it until the next morning. And actually, I was talking to Nancy Jean in my car when I said, I can't believe it. Those were the ETs they sent me. They were human looking. They didn't scare me, but they were reading me telepathically. When I asked them, when I said something about closing the gate, they telepathically heard me. They closed the gate. When that said she was sitting too close, she telepathically heard me. She moved. When she was throwing the ball for my dog, that was telepathic. My dog was going through the ball. I wish I could do that. I need to practice that. But anyway, so so I don't have that fear now of meeting an ET here on Earth. So that's my story about fear. And that came up a lot on Jeff Mara. And I realized that we do still sit in the fear, but we are now ascending. So we need to get away from that fear. Look at it. I mean, we're all going to have that immediate reaction to fear, but look at it. Don't dwell in it. Try to look at the positive. You don't know what your future is going to hold. So do look for the positive. So anyway, that's my soapbox today about fear. So anyway, thanks for joining us. And hey, Chris MK. Hey, Esther. Hey, Dream Journey 1. So I have some questions also that we're going to go into. Now, people who are having ET experiences, we do want to bring you on. So if there's anybody who wants to come on and talk about their ET experience and we can explore it a little further, just let us know and we'll send you a link about to bring you on, because we want to hear it. We want to hear all about it. We want to make it the normal process of dealing with ETs. We all want to get away from the fear of them. We want to accept them. We want to join them. They are our family. They think of us as their children. So they're here to help us. So we want to get over. If you have some things that have happened and you're questioning it, then we'll bring you on and discuss it. Now we have questions from the comment section or the community box, and I've kind of abbreviated some of the questions, and I'm going to read them from my phone. And the first question I have is from, let's see, who's the first one? BJ. BJ, do our non-human family members miss us while we're here, or is that just a human animal emotion? I did write that in, Susie, so that should be, we could put that banner up. Okay, there you go. I just put part of it in. Do our non-human families miss us while we are here, or is that a human animal emotion? Well, look at my spelling. Emotion, look at emotion. I was in a hurry doing that. But anyway, BJ, time is not linear for them, and they do see us all the time. So missing us, I'm not sure that it's like a second that we've been gone. Maybe almost like you going to the grocery store and coming back, that we are not. So they really don't have that kind of missing us, because they can see us and see what we're doing all the time. And so that would basically be the answer to that. Their time is not linear and they're always around us. We're the ones that miss them because we can't see them unless we connect to them. So there you go, BJ. There's your answer. So, okay. All right. Next was, let's see who I had next. Donna Young. Let's see. Hey, Donna, will the people, aliens underground, need protection from the sun when they come up? Hey, Donna, there are different ET species, and I'm going to talk about my first one that I met, and it was a praying mantis, and his name was Neil. And he brought me in a cave, and he said they lived in caves, but they did not have any problems being out in the sun. So that might be a little bit of difference in different species on how they handle it, but he said they didn't have to do anything different. They were fine in the sun. Now, like the Lemurians and the ones that are here in Mount Shasta, I think they have tubes of light coming in. So I think they're always getting light. It might not be in the direct sun like we're in, but they do have light. And I have not been told anything about them having issues coming out, but so I'm not real sure how to answer that question because I haven't talked to them directly. All I can do is talk about the praying mantis that I talked to about them coming out into the light. So I would think each species would be a little bit different on how they handle that. Anyway, I know the praying mantis don't have an issue. I'm not sure about the Lemurians or the other ones. Okay. All right. See, was there any more than do they need to do? Okay. Okay. All right. Next will be Dream Journey 1. Okay. Okay. She has, what are the personalities and dispositions of my specific ET guides and guardians? Are they more serious or humorous, more introverted or extroverted? Do they tend to be more patient or annoyed? They don't get annoyed. Anything you can tell me about them would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, journaling. Let me start writing a little bit here. See if I can connect to your guides and see what kind of personalities they have. And a lot of times a guide with a personality might show up that's different. Say, for me personally, if there's something going on in my life, a different guide will show up for that specific. Or let's say something like one of my pets might be sick or something's going on. I might have a guide show up just specifically for that, and that'll be like a caring guide. During Journey 1, I see that you have several guides. Like to me, I've seen at least 3 right now, and they look more on the serious side. They do look more serious. They look more introverted. And they're telling me that they're telling me they're a little more serious because you have some serious work to do. Wow. I don't know what you're doing during Journey 1, but it looks like to me that they you have some serious work to do. Is she here during Journey 1? What kind of work are you doing? Because it looks like to me that's why they're serious right now, because it looks like to me you're in the middle of whatever you're creating, and that it's focused. They're saying we're focused right now. Is while we're quiet, we're focused. So during Journey 1, what is it that you're working on that they're so focused about? That you're so focused about? Because that's why they're right now they're quiet, introverted. One of them says he does have a sense of humor, but you're on a mission right now. And it's a him. So they're on a mission. Whatever is going on during Journey 1, it looks like they're all focused on that. Okay. All right. So, all right. Those are the questions I had in the community. Does anybody else have some questions, or is there anybody who wants to come on? It'd be great for somebody to come on and talk about the experience. Have you seen anything else, Susie, that I need to address?
No.
Okay. Okay.
There's one question here. Wait a second.
Hey, Mandy, throughout my life, I've heard a male or female voice in my head, sometimes separate and sometimes in unison. When the message is important, are these my guides? Okay, let me see, Mandy. Yes. Looks like they're brother and sister. Looks like they always together. These are gods. I'm trying to figure out if they're gods or angels. No, they're angels. They're angels. They're angels that are around you. That's nice. Okay, let's see if they have any messages. Oh, there a lot of times they're telling me they're giving you warnings and direction. Warnings and directions. So you have a brother and sister that are angels. That might be a first. Yeah, that's why you're hearing their voice, Mandy. So that's what you have. You have two gods, two angel gods, and they're giving you warning and direction. And they said that they're telling me that you are listening to them, which is a good thing. I hope that's right, Mandy. So there you go. Okay. All right. Next. Hey, Nancy, how many ET guys do I have? Are any of them Arcturian? Okay. Let's see, Nancy. I know my process is writing. So you're looking down writing. The information comes out in words for me a lot of times. After the show, I can't read my own writing. Okay. Guys. They're definitely Arcturian. I had a big blue flash in my face. Let me see one. Yes. It's one god, Nancy. That's your main god. And it is an Arcturian. He's a big guy. He has a sense of humor. He's kind of giving me, you got it. Anyway, well, there you go, Nancy. You have one Arcturian guy. He has a good sense of humor. He's around you all the time. You can ask him questions. He won't actually, he's saying communicate with him more. He says he's always there and he's always listening. Okay. So always listening. So anyway, he's asking you to communicate with him more. And he's showing me meditation. I don't know, Nancy, if you're doing any meditation, but it looks like to me he's asking you to do some meditation or connect with him, or somehow whenever you open your third eye, if that's hiking or being around nature or whatever you do to open your third eye, he wants you to do more of that, or not exactly more of that, but to focus more on that. Focus on that third eye. Focus on that connecting with him. Okay. All right. There you go, Nancy. Okay. Next. Hey, Sharon. What are my ET guys like? Okay. See a Palladian. I'm assuming this is a Palladian. Sharon, you have quite a few of them, but it's a Palladian that's stepping forward. Looks like that's the main one, is the Palladian. And actually what he's saying is he's proud of you, of what you're doing. Continue what you're doing. Looks like you're connected to him. And so he wants you to continue that connection. But it seems like to me he's really proud of you, Sharon. That's great. Okay. All right. Next. Now, is there anybody who wants to come on and talk about an ET experience? This is your chance to do that. I would love to hear about it because we want to make everybody comfortable about their experiences, and everybody who's questioning what's going on with them, they need to hear other people coming forth and talking about it. So, okay, hey Tina, do I still have 3 guys who you told me a Lemurian, a Nocturian, and a Palladian? Okay, hey Tina, you got the whole gamut of them. A Lemurian, a Nocturian, and a Palladian. Okay, let me see. Well, there's a gray hybrid that just showed up. You do have a whole bunch of them. Those gray hybrids here for a reason. Specific reason. I think, Tina, he's here for healing. Emotional healing. That's what he's telling me. Frank. Okay, I'm not sure, Tina, what's going on with you, but Frank is here. He's a gray hybrid, and he's here for your emotional healing. And tap into him. Whatever's going on with you emotionally, he's here to support you and connect with them. He wants you to talk to him about everything. Everything is what he's saying. Don't hold it in. Talk to him. It seems extremely important, Tina, that Frank wants you to talk to him about everything emotional.
Yes, she's scheduled for hip surgery.
Oh, okay. Well, he's on the emotional end of it, and so apparently there must be a lot of emotional parts that's going into all this of hip surgery and everything. But anyway, he wants you to connect with him. He wants you to talk to him. He wants you to continually open up to him. He wants you to get it off your chest to him. And he seems really sweet. So, Tina, it should be pretty easy for you to do that. Okay. All right. Okay. Next. Hey, Esther, any messages from my guys, and what are their names and what kind? TYVM. What does TYVM stand for? I would look at the message for the guys. I don't know the abbreviations. You got some big guy blocking you right now. He's going to let me through. Really doesn't let me through. It's going to take me a minute because I don't know what this guy's doing while he's blocking me. I don't know if there's something negative going on, Esther, while he's blocking me. Yep. He doesn't want me there. Esther, do you mind coming on? Because this is going to take some work here. Esther, do you mind coming on so I can get to the bottom of what's going on here? I'm going to have to connect with you a little better. If you can, Sissy will put up the email address. I really need to get I need to get down to the bottom of whatever's going on here. I need to get rid of it, is what I'm getting right now. So I need to get rid of it. So Esther, if you mind coming on, it'll be, what is it? All About Aliens. No, All About ETs. Email us at All About ETs, and we can bring you on. You don't have to be YouTube ready. I just need to hear your voice. I connect really with the voice. But it looks like I need to do some work on you, Esther. So if you mind coming on, emailing us, and we'll send you a link and bring you on, so I can just hear your voice. You can go ahead and just blank out the video. We can see you. I just really would like to hear your voice. Oh, my son has cancer and my son-in-law. Okay, well, there's some dark something around you. So Esther, can you please? So much going on. Yeah. So it can you don't know. Okay.
She doesn't know how. If you just email allaboutets@gmail.com, I'll send you a link, and all you have to do is click on it.
And we'll walk you through it. But there's just email us at that. You see it in the purple or blue. It's purple. Allaboutaliens@gmail.com, and we will
All about ETs.
all about ETs. We will work with you, try to get you on. If we can't, we can't. But I just see something that I need to work on you. And anyway, I feel like I really need to hear your voice. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Hey, Sonawat. I don't know if this makes sense, but have ETs learned or gained Earth human spirituality emotions from me? Oh, well, look at you. Let's see. I'm not sure if it's that way or the other way around, Sonawat. Or I'm getting collaboration. It's a collaboration. So you're both learning from each other. Huh. They're interested in the human aspects of the human emotions, the spirituality part. It looks like to me you're learning that from them. There you go, somewhat. So, anyway, that was a good question. Okay. All right. Next. Hey, Vivian, may I have a message from my ET guides, please? I believe of them is called, Frequency. I remember that name, Frequency. Yeah, I remember that name. And I remember how warm of a ET that was. Frequency, Vivian. You want to know if you have a message, okay? Message from Frequency. Frequency likes what you're doing, because Frequency's doing a little tap dance or a little dance. Vivian, it looks like whatever path you're on right now, this is extremely good, and Frequency is liking that. And it looks like to me it's probably saying, finally, she's on the right track. Finally. It's pretty entertaining. All right, there you go, Vivian. So you're on the right track. You're doing good. Okay. All right, next. Hey, Chris, I would love to hear from my guys and what they think of my spiritual journey. Okay, Chris, let me see. You're being too serious. Lighten up. It's not a race. Enjoy the journey. There you go. I'll write that down. Lighten up. It is not a race. Enjoy the journey. Well, there you go, Chris. Lighten up with it. I'm not sure what you're doing, but they're wanting you to lighten up and enjoy the journey. Well, that's good. That's a good thing. So, there you go, Chris. Okay. All right. Next. Hey, Enald. About 3 a.m., I crouched in front of my window. There was a green light that seemed to be pulsing through the trunk of a large maple in my front yard. They went on for at least 10 minutes. Do you want to come in and talk about that? I would love to hear more information about that. That's great. This is what people need to hear. Is normalizing these events. Do you mind if you come on and talk to us a little bit more about it? Talk about your experience. I'd love to hear more about that, and I know everybody else would too. So go ahead and let's see. The email address is allaboutets@gmail.com. If you can just email us there, we will send you a link to bring you on the show. Again, don't have to fix your hair, don't have to have makeup, don't have to look pretty. Just need to hear your voice. So, and so I can ask you questions and find out a little bit more about it. But I would love to hear about that experience. That would be great. Esther saying she sent an email.
So didn't get it yet.
Okay.
allaboutets@gmail.com.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'd love to hear about that. Okay, next. Hopefully we'll get Esther on because I really need to do some work on her.
Okay.
Hey, Evelyn, may I have a message for my guys? Thank you for all you do. Help. Oh, you're welcome, Evelyn. Okay. Message from you guys. You got some party animals. Be happy. It's almost like New Year's Eve, but they're always shooting all these fireworks and things. They're having a ball. Let me see if I can get them to give a message. I think they're glad you're here and asking a question. That's what they're saying. Finally, she's coming out to ask questions. I mean, I'm talking about this is some kind of celebration. I want to join them. I want you to keep going, Evelyn. They're looking, what they're showing me is like, this is a first step for you asking a question on the show to your journey about the ETs and your guides and things. And they're wanting you to keep on this journey. And this is a celebration that they're showing me because you have finally have asked a question. So they're celebrating so much right now that they really don't have a message for you except for keep on going. That this is a good first step for you, and they want you to keep on going. It looks like to me you have a tremendous amount of possibilities and gifts, and they want you to keep on exploring that. So that's a great message, Evelyn. We got to join them on this party for you. So, okay, all right, next.
Okay, just to update you, I did get emails from both Esther and Anald. Anade?
Okay.
Sorry, Anade. So I'll be working on that. Let me just put up another question for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Pamela, could use an ET message myself. Okay, well, let's see, Pamela. You got some shy ETs. It's kind of dragging up here. Pamela, they're saying you haven't called on them in a long time. I don't know what you've been doing, but that's what they're telling me. You haven't called. That's why they're dragging up here. Just going, okay, it's about time. She's finally calling on us. I mean, they're just really looking lethargic. Well, that's it. They're wanting you to start getting excited about life. I think they're representing how you're feeling. Start enjoying the journey. And I'm not sure if this means anything to your family. I don't know if you're looking at taking some classes, but they're wanting you to do that. They think that's going to spark what's inside of you, get you going, get you excited about life. So, Pamela, are you thinking about taking a class? Oh, been battling COVID. Okay. I'm so sorry. That makes sense. Okay. While you're battling COVID, I don't know if you're looking into classes or something, but it looks like to me that's what they want you to do is start looking at some classes. And they're showing me any kind of class. It's not mean that you're going to be practicing that, but they're just wanting you to open up your they're saying they just take this with a grain of salt, Pamela, but they're saying the COVID was to make you go within. This was forced you to go within, and what they're wanting to come out of it is you to start exploring the metaphysical world and start taking classes. And I'm just seeing all sorts of classes. As I said, nothing that you're necessarily going to practice or whatever. It's just more to open you up. I hope that makes sense, Pamela. I'm so sorry about COVID for you. Oh, not right now. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll start just looking at classes, something that's going to spark you, Pamela. Just look at like mediumship classes, color classes, anything, shaman, anything that might interest you. It looks like to me is what they're wanting you to look at. Okay, all right, next. Are you having any success getting them on?
I'm trying.
Okay. Hey, Carolyn, I don't know if I have ET guides or not. What do you see, Carolyn? ET guides. Actually, I'm seeing a reptilian. Sweet little reptilian. His name is Sam. I know reptilians, they all have kind of a bad rep with people being afraid of them. But there are some sweet ones. I have one that I work with. I work with a lot. His name is Carl. And so don't panic, Carolyn, when I'm telling you that you have a reptilian as a guide. His name is Sam because he is the sweetest thing. He seems to be also a kind of a protector. I don't know what you're going through right now. But he's like the gentle place to fall, and he's also protecting you at the same time. So it looks like he's got two roles, and he is so sweet. So you're very lucky, Carolyn. So there's your guide. Okay. All right. So next.
I don't think we have any other questions.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to get them on. So you're getting any closer getting them on?
Anade said that that she would be a few minutes. She's warming up her computer. I'm having trouble with Esther's. I'm going to send you her. I want you to try. I'm getting an error message.
Okay.
I'm going to send it to you and let you try to invite her.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Are you inviting her on the phone? Or
No, I'm just getting her email off of the phone and then putting it in.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
here's another question.
Okay. Amen. I have heard a female voice very clearly say once, Ana, A as in apple. Is this the name of the female angel guide that I have? If not, who was she? If you heard that, that's definitely, whenever I hear a name like that, immediately I know that that's my God's name. So I'm not even gonna tap into that because immediately I get, yes, Mandy, that is definitely the name. So you're one of the lucky ones that can hear their names. A lot of people can't. So good for you. And it's usually when people and everybody else out there who does hear a name like that, don't second guess it when you hear the name. That is their name. You might have to tweak it because they might send you A first, like an apple, or they might, and then it grows from there, or you might not be able to pronounce their name, and then they give you a earth name. So don't question what you're hearing. That usually is their name. But so have you sent me the email address?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. All right, we're trying to bring somebody on that can help here. Are you gonna?
All right. I just texted it.
Okay. Let's see if I can do it. Can you still see me?
Sure.
Because the screen just went blank for me.
Oh. I can see you fine.
Okay. The camera's still on me. I'm not going to be able to because it's my old email address. I'm going to have to change. Oh, is she a Gmail address? Yes, she is. We try Gmail.
And it's just going to go through StreamYard. It's not going to go through your email.
No, for me to email it, it was going through my email address.
Oh
no, there it goes. Never mind. It came up differently again. Okay, Esther, I'm going to try to send. Susie, you can talk while I'm doing this. I'm putting Susie on the spot. She hates to sit there and talk.
I'm just going to show toys then.
There you go. Show your toy.
Here's my space shuttle model. And I actually didn't bring this out special. This has been sitting here. It's my space shuttle pinball machine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get back on here in a minute. There you go.
Maybe I'll open it up one day.
Well, I couldn't see anything because, Esther, I just sent you the email. Hopefully you'll get it because my screen was blanked out while I was emailing Esther. So I couldn't see anything. Get some water here. All right. Do we have any more questions while we're waiting on Esther? And who was the other person we were waiting on?
An aid. Wade has a question.
Hey, hold on. If there's time, can you see if ETs are trying to contact me? Okay. As we heal each other by Pirouette White. I'm hearing compassion, and I don't know why that is. Compassion for yourself. I don't know if you're being hard on you right now, Pirouette, but they're saying have compassion for yourself. So I think that probably hits home for you. Looks like to me you're pushing yourself too hard, so have compassion for yourself. Okay. All right, there you go. Oh, looks like we got
An 8 is here.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and start that then.
Okay, let me get this off.
8 is here.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and start that then.
Hi.
Okay, let me get
Hey, how are you doing? Glad you came
8
on.
is here.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and start that then.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing? Glad you came on.
Very
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah.
You have two devices
Hello.
going right now. So
Hang on a second. I need to I need to move away from the other because I can't
Yeah,
hear you here.
Right, you need to turn one device off.
from the other because I can't hear you. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to get away from.
It's going to be best if you turn the second device off.
I can't hear you through my phone right at the moment. If I turn off, let me just mute that and see if it works.
Okay.
I can't hear you through my phone right at the moment. If I turn off, let me just mute. Okay. Can you hear me now? But I can't
can
hear
hear
you
you.
on my phone.
You can't hear me at
More.
all.
Leave. Mic. Go. How about now?
Well, I can hear you fine.
I can't hear you through my phone. I don't know why it's not responding.
Well, I can hear you fine.
I can't hear you through my phone. I don't know why it's not responding.
Do you have two devices going? Do you have your phone going and the computer going?
I think she's on her phone.
Well, when you get that feedback, you usually have two devices going.
I'm on my phone away from my little what do you call it? Little tablet.
iPad, cut your tablet off.
Okay, but the phone's not responding, so I'll turn it off. Hang on a second. Okay. Okay, it's off.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I don't know
How about if I
this.
just tell you the story and you can take it from there? Because I won't be able to answer any questions. It's not coming through. Your speech is not coming through. What happened was that I got up early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, as I typically do, and I walked into my living room and saw this green light emanating out of a maple tree in my front yard. And I just kind of crouched down in front of my front window and looked at it, and I was amazed by it. I wasn't afraid. I just was very curious as to what this was. It was amazing. It's a beautiful green, almost luminescent. And the green was not bright green, but not quite spring green, but it was full of life. And it was just gorgeous. And I sat there probably for at least a good 10 minutes or more. And I thought, I'm going to get up and see it, because I was thinking it was much further away from my house. And I thought, I'll get my binoculars and take a look at it. And as soon as I turned my back on it, I said, you get those binoculars and you turn around. That light's going to be gone. And it was. As soon as I came back to it, it was completely gone. But it was very beautiful. I don't know what it was, but it was beautiful.
Well, that's good. I know you can't hear me, but anyway, everybody, that seems to be a common thing that people do see is a blinking green light, whether it be in a tree in their yard or even in their house. They'll see something green and blinking. It's usually a nice feeling.
I wish I could hear you.
I know you do. You'll have to listen to it later. But you need earphones to hear because the phone can't work on speaker mode. Oh, there you go. She might not have some earphones, White Dragon. But I'm gonna
leave now because I can't hear you. I'll have to listen to it later. Thank you so very, very much.
Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for coming on. Okay. Okay, looks like Esther says she's not able to connect yet. Tina's saying yes with earphones, or she might not have some earphones. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good. I got her off. Okay. All right. Well, Esther's still trying to come on. See, I am on my phone. Esther, it's okay if you can come on your phone. When I started the YouTube channel, that's all I used was my phone. And so I did everything on my phone. And I've only graduated to the computer, but anyway, so you can do everything on your phone. Anyway, so are there any more questions? Esther, I'm not sure what to tell you, but I might have to try working on you a little later because what I'm seeing you need some working on. Maybe you need to email me at Dr. Gail, Dr. Gail starseed@gmail.com, and so I can work on you, but there's something that's blocking me and I need to get through that. So, okay, well, let's go to Susie's Corner. I don't know what we're going to call it, but Susie always has questions, and she always has great questions, and they always stump me. So we're going to go to her questions now and see what she has to stump me today over. Okay, Susie.
Well, I thought we could clarify some things.
Okay.
So I just jotted a couple things down. Can you explain traveling in your light body and astral travel and where your physical 3D body is, as well as where your awareness is?
Yeah, I didn't know people were so fascinated by that I'm pretty aware of that myself. That and this is my personal feeling on how this goes, and this is how I do it, is when I am astral traveling, that's my body. My body always stays here. When I astral travel, it's almost like my body's invisible, and that's the one that I'll go out and look and explore and have fun. It can be remote viewing. It can be all sorts of things like that I'm going, and you can actually see through my body. When my light body's travel or my soul's traveling, that's solid. That body works. That body's the one that goes to spaceships and works. That body takes on a physical form wherever it goes. It might be my physical form, or it might take on another physical form, which later I found out that's what it was doing. So, because a lot of times when I'm on the spaceship, I'm a lot younger than I am now, but it usually is me. But when I was doing interplanetary liaison work, I would go from planet to planet and change to their form so they would be more comfortable with me. And the big example I always get is when I took my human body off and put a whale body on and went swimming with them. So, and I'm also able to do both at the same time. My light body can go to the spaceship or a planet, and I can astral travel at the same time. So it can be my human body here, my light body going up and working, and then my astral body is my explorer or my remote viewing. So did that answer your question, Susie?
It does. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You have another one?
Let's see.
Oh, I got Esther here now.
Oh, yay.
Hey,
Oh,
Esther, you made it.
Hi, I made it. I feel so dumb.
Oh, don't feel dumb. I mean, my gosh, I can't tell you how many mistakes and everything and the learning curve I had on all this. Oh,
I'm
no.
new at all this.
Yes, I agree. If I wasn't on YouTube, I wouldn't know anything. It kind of has forced me to learn a lot of things, and I'm still not an expert at any of it.
Yeah.
So, all right, Esther. Yeah, it seemed important that I needed to connect right directly with you. So, go ahead and tell me what's going on, because I really connect to the voice. It's what I connect to most.
I've had a lot of experiences of ETs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too many to explain. Just so many of them. But recently, last night, I just had a dream after my son's been diagnosed with cancer. My son-in-law, about 2 weeks ago, he was diagnosed with cancer also. And the dream that I had last night was I was walking through the house, and all of a sudden, somebody was guiding me to go to another room. And I opened the door, and it's like I didn't want to go because there was a lot of stairs. And I said, I'll go another time, but not this time.
I'm glad
For
you didn't
some
go.
reason, I didn't understand that.
I'm glad you didn't go because, as I said, there's something that's blocking, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'm glad you didn't go those stairs.
I was kind of glad too when I woke up this morning. I said something was not right, and I don't know what it was. It was kind of strange.
Okay, well, I'm going to go in and get rid of that because what it is something that's blocking you, and I know you're having some challenges, so this is the perfect opportunity for it to take to try to attach to you. And thank goodness you have the foresight not to take that journey, is what I'm getting. And it knows I'm here, so that's why it's blocking me from all that. And I'm going to go and get rid of it, Esther. And
Okay, thank you.
I'm so sorry about your son and son-in-law. Are they about the same age or what?
My son-in-law is 53, and my son is 46.
Oh, do they have the same kind of cancer?
No, my son-in-law has ASL, something to do with his muscle.
Yeah.
And my son has a different cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go in and get rid of this blocking thing. It's not wanting you to connect with your guides. Is what it's trying to do.
So that's why I feel a little stuck with my divine light.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Now I understand. Wow.
Yeah, it's real important for me to get rid of this. They're telling me. So I'm going to go in for a few minutes. Y'all can talk about anything, or Susie, you can do a demonstration, because this is going to take me a few minutes to get this. It actually looks like it's going to be pretty easy for me to get it, but it's still going to take just a few moments of silence while I'm getting it.
Okay.
I love the nature noises that you have.
Yeah, I love the nature. That's the only way I can keep grounded.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it.
Okay, awesome. I really appreciate you, Dr. Gail and Susie.
Yeah, hold on just a minute. I'm going to get rid of it now. And I've got a guy that's come to help me get rid of it. He's going to take it for me so I can continue the show. You should be feeling a kind of a veil coming off of you.
I'm feeling something. I even got chills, goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, and I'm staying grounded.
We all need to be. Where are you at? Because this noise sounds are great.
I'm in North Texas.
North Texas. Okay.
Yes. And the weather's awesome.
It sounds so springy.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I would love to bring you on again, Esther, and talk about all your experiences if you're willing to in the future. You have a lot of experiences, because it does help people getting used to the idea that they're around and getting used to the idea that it is okay to have those experiences. So, but yeah.
Okay. I really thank you a lot, and I appreciate your community. I love the community. I really enjoy everything.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Esther. All right. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. You have a great day.
All right. You
Love
too.
y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We're about done. It looks like we're already, gosh, that was a fast hour. But anyway, thanks for joining us. And we will put up with our next All About Aliens and ETs. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Susie. And we will see y'all later. Bye-bye.